welcome to today's vlog. Today is Tuesday. I've got hair in my mouth. Tuesday, January 17th. We had off yesterday for MLK Day, so we are gonna have a 4-day week this week. My plan right now is to just vlog today. We'll see how today goes and if we can get enough content to make it a full day. I should be able to make that plan happen because pretty sure we're going to be able to go outside for recess, and I have a full special this afternoon, so I'm confident. I got here nice and early this morning. I arrived around 7:20, which is pretty early for me. We only have to be here at 8, so like any time before that is just like your own time. But I got here nice and early. I got a lot of stuff done this morning already. I am like pretty much all ready for my day ahead, or at least my morning ahead. I've got all my tabs open and stuff like that. This morning we are gonna do our normal morning meeting. Normally it's every Monday, but today is Tuesday. Every first day of the week, we do a check-in greeting. I think I found these off of TPT. Let me show you. It's these like social emotional check-ins with little animals. So I think down here, Miss McRose teaching tools. Teaching tales, I don't know. I got them from her, and there's a whole bunch of them. I haven't run out yet, and I've used them once a week all school year. So we'll be doing pandas this morning. So those have been nice to like check in with my kids at the start of each week, like how are we feeling today? So that will be how we greet this morning. For sharing, we'll do our weekend highlights, sharing their best part of the weekend, and then our activity of the day is Whisper Down the Lane. I have not done this one yet, but I just like remembered Whisper Down the Lane. I haven't played it since I was a kid, and I remember loving it. So we'll try that out today. Hopefully they enjoy that. And sometimes if we have extra time during morning meeting, I will put on like a Go Noodle to finish it. Either like if they're low energy and need some pep, I'll put on like a dance one. Or if they're very like wiggly squiggly, I'll put on like one of their breathing ones to like calm their bodies down and get them ready for the math block. Because the math block is after that. So we'll switch for math. Once I have my math kids, we're starting off with a basic fact check. In my district, it's typically twice a month, like the 1st of the month and the 15th of the month, or around there. We do fact checks. So today we're doing one for multiplication. They have, I think, 100 facts, 50 facts, 100 facts. And they see how many they can answer in 5 minutes. A lot of my kids don't like it. I just tell them to do their best. I want it to be as stress-free as possible. Like, I don't care if you don't get them all right. Like, I just want you to grow from your last one. And like, whenever I go back and grade them, I'm like, you got like 7 more than your last test, way to go. Like, yeah, a lot of my kids are still struggling with those multiplication facts, but we're just looking for progress. Then the rest of math, what is our math lesson today? I have my slides up. Two-step word problems, yikes. This is a 2-day lesson because it's pretty intense. So like, here's our first example. It says, Gustavo bought some tools at the hardware store. He bought 5 tools for $6 each and 1 tool for $7. How much did he spend altogether on tools? So we will go through, we'll read that question. We'll pull out those like clue words. I forget if I mentioned my poster from last week. I made that poster last week with like different clue words that mean the different operations. So we'll have to pull out the clue words and figure out like what steps we need to do to solve the problem. So for that one, we'll need to multiply first and then add on the other one. I am predicting that this is going to be a little bit tricky for my kiddos, but we will see. I'm just glad it's a 2-day lesson, because if it is tricky and we're struggling today, we can come back to it tomorrow and figure it out from there. So once we go through our lesson, we'll get into stations. And there's stations today. There's 4 stations that we go through. One of them is teacher time, so they meet with me and we do some more like book work, practicing examples of 2-step word problems. Then they do a practice station. Sometimes that's on Seesaw, sometimes it's paper. Today it is paper. I found this activity on TPT. I think it was free download. It does not have the author name on it, but it is a division practice sheet. Come on, focus. There we go. Division practice sheet. Normally it's called dabbits, so they would use like dabbers. I do not have dabbers, so they'll just color in the circle with the correct quotient. So that's what they will do in that practice station. Then there's a technology station, which they'll be doing an IXL for. I think our IXL is just like 1-step word problems, because I want it to be like achievable, but still like going along with word problems. And then their skill building station is extra math every day, practicing their math facts. So that's the plan for math. We'll work through those stations. Usually we get through either 1 or 2 in the first morning block. Then we'll go out for our recess lunch break and they'll do the other stations when we come back in during our second chunk of math. So that's the plan right now. I will touch base during like recess lunch break to talk about the afternoon because we've got a few things going on there. But right now it is 8:12. I am going to just try to get some more work done this morning. Tomorrow is the last day of marking period 2, so report card stuff is gonna need to start happening soon. I also have like a form to fill out for one of my kiddos, and always lesson planning to do, figuring out what we're doing. So I'm gonna do a little bit more work this morning. If I have a chance to check in before kids come, I will. If not, I'll see you at recess and lunch. Kids come in 5 minutes. Gonna do a quick OOTD. I have on this little tunic that I got from Cotton On. It was a dress and then it shrunk in the wash, so I wear it with leggings now. I've got my cardigan on from Marshall's. Leggings are TJ Maxx, and then my ankle boots are Marshall's. Pretty basic, pretty comfy. All right, first block of math is done. I am super hungry, so I'm glad I'm about to eat lunch. It's gone well so far. Our fact check went great. I did not grade them yet, but I saw, like, as I was walking around, like, more questions being answered, which is awesome. So far, like, things are going smoothly. I taped up 3 of our, like, reward coupon kind of things. We do a school-wide, like, earn these, then you get prizes, yada yada. And I taped 3 of them up on my whiteboard and said, I'm gonna be looking today for the 3 friends who are making the best choices. And so that seemed to like be motivating more of my friends. Like I didn't need to give as many reminders, which was super nice. 2-step is going okay. I'm really glad we have a second day of it because I feel like they're still having a hard time. Like they can find the clue words in there, but they don't always know like which numbers to use them with, because some of the problems they try to like trick the kids and like they're not always straightforward. So we'll work through some more examples tomorrow. This afternoon, after we finish our math stations, we've got our science block, and in our science block we are doing a fossil board game activity. It's like a big culminating project to end off this unit. So they each chose an extinct animal last week, learned facts about it, and this week they'll start designing a board game to play based off that fossil. So I'm looking forward to like seeing what the kids create. It's a very like hands-on activity. So that should be a lot of fun. I need to go and grab some materials for that from the faculty room to make sure like they have everything they need. And after that in ELA, today is the day. We did our reading of the story last week. Today we're gonna like revisit the story, discuss some questions, and then we'll do some vocab and comprehension activities to go along with. At the end of each story, there's a vocab practice sheet that has like the 5 vocab words in it. The 5 vocab words that were in the story and like applying them. So we'll usually do that whole group like on the carpet. Like I project the page on the board and we work through it. And then the comprehension piece, there are 4 questions that are from the text, and we've been doing that whole group as well, but the kids will be at their desks with their books open so they can flip back to the story to like find text evidence and everything. And the last time we did this, it went really, really well. They were giving like really good answers. So I'm optimistic for that today. I'll be pulling small groups today. We are really, I don't know, I've really struggled with small groups with our new ELA curriculum. To any of those who are using the MyView curriculum this year, I don't know how you're doing small groups. I feel like everyone I've talked to in my district is like, I don't know, small groups are weird. So still getting into a groove, and like I'm just forcing myself to like just plow through and figure it out as I go, because like I feel like there's not a whole lot of guidance there, but we're making do. I kind of dread small groups every day, which is sad because when I was student teaching way back when, I loved small groups. We called them guided reading groups back then, and they were so great. Like, that was the best part of my day, like the thing I was most confident in, and now I've like lost those skills. So trying to get those back any way I can. But yeah, after that, my kids will have special at the end of the day. So not too crazy of a day. I did also want to let you know, we started read-alouds this semester, or no, since we got back from break. I always had, like with every class that I taught, after lunch we come back together and we do a whole class like read aloud, like of a chapter book. And this grade level that I'm in right now is not conducive for that. Like, we come back from lunch and go into our math group, so like my homeroom isn't all together. So I was like, I really miss that time, and I'm gonna make it work and I'm gonna make it happen. So when we come back from our math switch, the kids put their math stuff away, they come gather on the carpet, and we do our read aloud. We're doing The Tale of Despero right now because that is one of the books that came like with our curriculum. It's not like included in our curriculum, like we don't teach about it or do anything with it, it's just like there. So I'm like, okay, it's obviously district approved, we'll read it. And I've never read it before, so you know. But yeah, it has been such a good time, just because that like transition time from math classes to homeroom classes is kind of chaotic, and it gives a lot more structure to that time. Like, they know what to do, and then it just kind of like calms them a bit. Just relax, listen to the story, and they're really enjoying it so far. Like, I feel like they have missed it just as much as I have, because like I feel like primary grades, K-2, do so many more read-alouds than we do by the time we get to 3rd, 4th grade. So I'm really glad that we can have this time. I wanted to make it happen in the new year, so I did. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I got to share right now. I'm going to probably do a little bit more work down here. Ooh, I have some copies that I have up at the printer, so I'll grab those. And then, yeah, I'll meet up with my team, eat my lunch, and yeah, it'll be time to get the kids in no time. So I will check in later on today when they're at special. I'm hoping I can grab some clips like of me teaching throughout the day, because I meant to this morning and I didn't. So I will try to do better this afternoon. Let's see if that happens.
Can this be like a dice game?
Yeah, you can use dice in your game. Absolutely. How's it going over here?
We're doing good.
Good? Ooh, what do you have? How we doing, ladies?
Good. It's
Cool.
called the Woolly Chase.
The Woolly Chase, I like it. Quiet hands with a solid answer with a restate. How can the reader tell that Granddaddy's Turn is historical fiction? Loving all these quiet hands. Beth, then what's your table come up with?
The reader can tell that Granddaddy's Turn is historical fiction because
Absolutely. Perfect restate. And then continue on with your answer.
there could have been a grandfather
Who wouldn't be able to vote? Absolutely. Awesome. Did you hear how many words she used that were in that question? She started with, the reader can tell that Granddaddy's Turn is historical fiction. Then she went into her answer, because da da da. So let's start with that restate. Copy that down. All right, so I think I did a little bit better of filming this afternoon. Got a couple clips of our time this afternoon. Kids are at music now. I've got a full hour to get stuff done. I have another form that I need to fill out for another one of my students. I finished that one from this morning, but I've got another one now. I have fact checks to grade from math, and then I have planning to do. Always. So I'm gonna eat a little snack while I get some work done. Yeah, I don't know if I have much else to report right now other than, man, some of my kids, I'm telling you, they try their hardest to be the worst. That was really mean. Okay, like things that should not be that hard. Like, I told them to line up with their iPads so we could go to music. And when my one kid just walks over to plug in his iPad, I'm like, sir, you need that. And so I say, get in line with your iPad. He walks over to his desk, puts his iPad down, picks up his gloves, and goes to get in line. And I'm like, no, you don't need your gloves for music. Get your iPad, get in line. He picks up his gloves, and his iPad. Gets an no, you don't need your gloves for music. I can't. Gotta stay calm. Kids, man. Anyways, gonna get to work. Gonna be productive. I hope. So I've been fairly productive so far during special. I only have about 15 minutes left till I need to get the kids. I printed out the study guides for our next math test. We are testing in 1 week. We have 2 review days, so Friday and Monday we'll review, Tuesday we'll test. It looks really hard. Like at the point where we are at right now, I have a feeling that my kids are really gonna struggle with this. And I knew that ahead of time. Like all my teammates told me like this is notoriously like the hardest chapter for the kids. Like they were all dreading it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm honestly just kind of anticipating my kids not to do well on it. Just so I, don't get my hopes up. But we will see. I'm glad we have 2 review days. Yeah, it's just a lot. Like equations and whatnot. That seems very advanced for 3rd grade. Like, your sister volunteers at the animal shelter Z days each month. In April, she volunteered 6 extra days to help with holiday celebrations. In April, May, and June, she volunteered a total of 27 days, which equation would show the number of days Z that your sister volunteers each month. Like, first off, my kids reading that question? No. Second off, them trying to figure out the equation that matches up with that. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. But we will practice. They're not all that hard. But that one, I was just like, okay. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. What else did I do? Just little things, getting stuff done, checking them off my list. So now I just have like big stuff left that like I'm trying to decide like, do I want to start that now with the little bit of time that I have left, or just like push it off till tonight? And I think I'm on the push it off till tonight kind of thing. My husband has a new class starting tonight, so he'll be doing like schoolwork anyway, so I'll probably just hang out with him and do my schoolwork as well. So yeah, the big things I still have are like lesson planning for the rest of the week. I have like my general outlines, but not like the details, the nitty-gritty, all that. So I want to do some more planning and then diving into report card stuff. Like at this point, I have everything that I need to do my math grades, and I think everything I need to do my writing grades, and maybe, do I have ELA stuff done too? Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I have all my ELA stuff in. So I literally have all of the grades in that I need in. Like, I don't even have any stragglers right now, like, of kids, like, needing to finish stuff up. I'm just good to go. Like, I can do all of my report cards now. That's kind of daunting. They are due a week from tomorrow, next Wednesday. And that's an early dismissal day, and we're, like, given that time to, like, try to work on report cards, but I don't want to like save a lot for that day, especially because I now have an IEP meeting scheduled for that afternoon, so I won't have like a ton of time. So at least I know I have everything in and I can just do report cards. That's a nice feeling. I mean, in a way, it's nice that I can get started on it without having to worry about anything. It's not nice that I have to start worrying about it. But yeah, right now I am going to just kind of clean up a little bit around my desk and then go get the kids, because it's now 8 minutes till pickup. I will check in again once the kids are gone for the day. All right, kiddos are gone. It is 3:53, so just a few minutes before we can head out. It's been a day. I feel like overall it was a good day. Report cards are really giving me some anxiety right now. Thankfully, there's a whole week to get those done. But right now, I'm just going to pack up my stuff, run to the bathroom, and then I guess head on home. I think I got enough content to make this a vlog in and of itself. I did want to ask you guys though, do you prefer longer vlogs less frequently or shorter vlogs more frequently? Because like I can do either day in the life or week in the life. It's just that when I have a week in the life, it takes a while to like edit it together and upload it. Whereas like a day in the life, I can usually like edit and upload within that day or a couple days. So yeah, let me know what you would rather see. Longer vlogs less frequently, shorter vlogs more frequently. So let me know in the comments so I can do what you want to see, you know? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog and I will see you in my next one. Bye.